And we're back with another tutorial. By the way, I did have a date with a gentleman from New Jersey. Okay. I don't think it's necessarily a love connection, but he does shoot pool. He's a little too short and not like that handsome. He's okay, but he is younger, so that is good. He's in his 50s, so I'm happy about that, because these men are dropping dead like flies. It's unbelievable. That's what I'm hearing. I was dating someone, they didn't answer me, I did a wellness check, and they turned out to be dead. Okay, so this is not good. Going a little bit younger, I think that's wise. So I told him immediately, I wear wigs, and I wear wigs to match my outfits, and that's that. So because he's an Aquarius, which is a good sign for me, he just took it at face value and said, oh, okay. So he seemed not to have a problem with it. And if he does, it's not my problem. But he did ask me out again, so we'll see. Here we go. This is what's really importante. I have here Arrow in Platin Blonde Rooted, or Platin Rooted Blonde. However, I did a cold set, wore it out, and it just went and I kept it in the cold set for a week. So cold sets don't work for me. Okay, it's regular synthetic. So what I did today was I did the curl formers again, and I also did some rollers with end papers. Don't do it without the end papers. You also have to dampen the wig before you do anything. And the way you dampen it, with a spray bottle. Okay, there's water in here, all right? And I use distilled water or spring water. You can use whatever water you like. If you have a well on your property, I'm not here to tell you not to use well water, but me personally, I wouldn't do it. Okay, less chemicals in the spring, and certainly the distilled water. And I just use this as a spray bottle. Alrighty. I have decided in my infinite wisdom to use some steam, but I don't want to just steam it like I used to, because that never works out right. So I am using a very heavy clear plastic, and it's quite heavy. It's for recycled trash. So I am going to, check this out. I have actually thought up a plan. What I'm going to do is try to steam this from the bottom. Okay, so look at these now. It's better, no? You see? Much better. It was like too much. So now we're gonna use brain. Let's put in a small tiny hole. Not like a big hole like we had before. It's no good. So now little hole, right? Okay. And then we're gonna put the nozzle in first before we put it on. Oh, this wood. Now put on the glove so we don't burn the hand off. And now we're gonna put on the John Renault heat steamer made in China. This better for sure. So I really want to make sure that this steams the whole thing. And I'm just going to move the nozzle around just so it all gets wet. Pretty good. Okay, I'm rotating the nozzle. I really want this to be soaked. Then I'm gonna leave it just sit for at least 2-3 days for sure. So we'll be back with the final results in a couple of days when we disengage all this paraphernalia together. Alrighty, let's take a look at the finished product. It's been, let me see now, I think it's been about 5 days since I did this project. So let's see. Heaven knows how it came out. I was very, very careful with this whole shebang. That's all I can say. I just hope that my arrow is going to be wearable, because maybe I'll wear it tomorrow. I'm just hoping I don't have any cold crimping. Okay, so I did rollers in this area in the front. Okay, so this looks pretty good so far. I hope you can see this. Okay, and let's see what happens here. Okay. Now you can use curl formers or rollers, whatever you choose, or bendable rods. So let's take a close look now, and I think you'll agree that it's not bad. Alrighty, so here is the finished product on our heads, and I think came out pretty good. Again, I might have used a little bit more rollers to get it a little bit more volume, but I'm pretty happy with the way she came out. Could have used a little more volume and curl all around, but that's what I'll do next time. But very wearable. And we're off to the races until we meet again.